Alright, hey guys, and welcome back to another video. So recently, the Square Enix online store had an online sale where they were offering free shipping and reduced prices on some things, so I picked up some stuff, and I figured a lot of you are Final Fantasy fans, so you might enjoy watching me unbox this. So I got a little box here that I figured I would, it's as big as my webcam window. There's a good mix of stuff in here, with something that isn't Final Fantasy. Let's get that nice cut right in frame there, because I know you guys love your box opening ASMR, right? But yeah, I had never ordered anything from the Square Enix online store before, to my memory. They used to do those Square Enix members things where you would get like free stuff by using the points from the games you'd buy. But they don't do that anymore. So let's just make sure we open this up in a discreet way. So this is the next best thing, I guess. Let's move this off to the side because it's about to block the whole webcam. This box is for one thing in particular, for the most part, and we're gonna pull it out right now. Oh my god, this thing is huge. Holy. There it is. It's practically a life-size Chocobo from Chocobo's Dungeon, or I guess at this point, you know, any Chocobo games that they're coming out with, like that new GP Chocobo racing game. I'm sure the mic loves picking up this plastic, but oh my god, this thing is huge. There's other stuff in here, but figured we'd take the big boy out first. Wow, this is very high quality. I figured while they were offering free shipping, this was my like one and only chance to get this thing, because I've heard that the Square Enix online store has absolutely terrible shipping. Let's see if we can take this out of the plastic. So I figured, well, I might as well get this and a few other things that were on a pretty deep discount, actually. Especially a couple of the things I got that I'll be showing you guys. Crazy sales on some of the things they were offering, so I figured I'd take the opportunity. We'll keep this plastic. So, plush material. It's like a minky sort of. I'm not an expert on plush materials, but it's a very soft, velvety type feel, I guess you can say, where the feet and the beak, everything on here is embroidered, very, like, super high quality. I was wondering, because this thing wasn't that cheap, I'll tell you that. I was wondering what the quality on this thing was going to be like, and this does not disappoint. That is for sure. We got the tag down here, which thankfully is uncreased. Jumbo plush, you can say that again. And I was just getting super excited for, I forget the name, we'll just call it the new Chocobo racing game that they're coming out with, like the sequel to Chocobo Racing on PlayStation 1. I'm super hyped for that game. So I figured, why don't we get excited for my streams of that with my own jumbo life-size Chocobo? I'm going to have this thing in the back of my webcam during my streams, and wow. Yeah, I'm very happy with this. They have one for Tonberry and Cactar, but none of them measure up to the quality of this. I mean, this is... And the stuffing in this thing is super thick. Like, this thing is built. This is a heavy plush, okay? So what do you say we move him off to the side? This one here is pretty special because this is something that I've never collected before. I gotta be very careful with this one, and if you can tell from the shape of this, you may have an idea of what might be in here. But this is something that people have asked me many, many times over the years. Hey, do you collect this? I'm like, no, I don't. I've never really bought any. But they had a sale on a couple of them for games that I love, and I was like, I can't miss this opportunity. Let's get into, as we open this up here, it's nice and bubble wrapped. At least they don't skimp on packing materials. I mean, it did help that these were sandwiched in between a giant Chocobo. Ugh, goodness. Alright, so if you can't tell, yes, they are vinyl records, but the question is, what ones did I get? They were really cheap, like, I think 50% off or more, and I looked on eBay and other places, and they were going for, like, way more than retail, so I'm like, you know what, if I'm gonna get into collecting vinyls, we might as well do it now. So I got Final Fantasy 13. This was only $25. I'm like, what? Gotta get that, because these go for way more than 25 bucks, so... Side A, Side B, it looks like they got 8 tracks on here, it seems like. A selection of songs. We've got Fang's theme. Oh, they got Sunleth Waterscape, one of my favorite songs in the game. And Blinded by Light, of course. Some excellent tracks in here. So, I don't know. I'll have to look through that in my own time. Obviously, can't play that on stream for you guys. And Final Fantasy VII soundtrack, which is way more comprehensive. There are two vinyl records in here, and it looks like a good selection of songs. And this is another one that was deeply on discount. I think like also 25 bucks or something like that. So I was like, you know what? Let's start the vinyl collection off right. Let's get some awesome Final Fantasy soundtracks. So these, just got to get myself a good record player now, and we'll be enjoying those along with, you know, I'm going to be selective. I got to be reserved with what records I decide to pick up, because I know that's a deep rabbit hole that you can go down. All right, let's open up this little one here. This one also has to do with music, and this one is not Final Fantasy related. But if you've been following my channel over the past year, you might have a decent indication of what may lie in wait inside of this one. And it is none other than one of my favorite games from this past year. The CD original soundtrack for Balan Wonderworld, also known as Balan Wonderland, as people love to call it. So yeah, I really enjoyed this game. Yes, it has a lot of problems, but there's a lot that I really like about it. And I, in particular, love the music in Balan Wonderworld, and this is loaded with music. Like, there are 3 discs with almost 100 tracks. Wow. So there is a ton of music in this thing, and once again, they were offering this cheaper than what other retailers were charging for it. So I figured, why not? Let's get my soundtrack for one of my favorite games. It's been a while since I bought an official game soundtrack, so that's it's pretty nice. All right, so here we have, there's a new, oh, you can kind of see through the side there. There's a new line of plush action figures that they came out with, and this one has been getting no love. So I was like, you know what? I didn't see any videos or anything on this on YouTube, and it's one of my favorite Final Fantasy characters. So I got the action doll for Cait Sith, and well, I hate to say Cait Sith because we're about to find out real soon with Final Fantasy Remake Part 2, how they actually say the name of this character, which is supposed to be something like Ketchi or something, like some crazy name. So we'll find out. But this is an articulated doll where you can bend the arms, you can bend the legs, you can put them in different poses. And they had a nice little sale on this. Unfortunately, it looks like the box is a little dented, but that's okay because I planned on taking this out of the box anyway. We don't keep collectibles in the boxes in my game room. I like to display them, with the exception of a few things that obviously are pretty expensive in the box. But we're taking this out of the box. We're going to be displaying this in the collection. They have other plush action figures in this series, but I just really like Cait Sith, and I thought that design on him in that plush was pretty awesome because it kind of mirrors what they're going for in Remake Part 2. Alright, and lastly, we have something here that I'm really excited for. This one's going to take me a little bit longer to go through than the other ones, because there's a few things we've got to open inside of here. And this was also on a bit of a sale, and that is the Final Fantasy VII Polygon figure box set, blind box. So, as you can see here, it's going to come with a set of 7 different figures, and there is a secret figure in here, which I'm actually not going to tell you what it is. We're going to open this together and see what I get. So what do you say we do that? I got to cut this open really carefully. And the 8th box will either be a duplicate of most likely Cloud, or it will be the secret figure. The secret figure is apparently really hard to get and worth quite a bit of money. So as you can see here, it's just a sealed box of 8 different figures. So we're just going to go through these one by one. I'll pop them open and we'll see what we got. So normally you're supposed to buy these and, you know, you'd get a random figure. That's how the blind boxes work. And I'm going to be honest, I've never bought blind boxes before and opened blind boxes on stream for figures. So this is it's going to be pretty fun to see if we get the secret one. I mean, it's not going to be super crazy because I know we're getting a full set of all the figures, and we'll go through each one by one. They're nice and small, so these are going to be nice to put up on the shelf and not have them take up a lot of room. And you know, the funny thing is, years ago I saw somebody on Etsy that was selling like 3D printed figures like this. Right. Yeah, so he's the only Turk. Let's see what we've got in our second box. This one actually comes, oh, because it's Cloud and he's got his spiky hair. They've got to protect him in his own little blister packaging. But you can see they use the polygonal Final Fantasy VII PlayStation 1 models for these, and I just thought that was so cool. Because, you know, there's a lot of charm behind the polygonal look of the original Final Fantasy VII characters. And I thought just kind of having them recreated in official figures was pretty neat. Alright, we're still looking for that secret figure. I'll know it when I see it, hopefully. Like I said, it's either going to be a second Cloud or it's going to be the secret figure. We've got Red 13. Right up in there. And I, in particular, really liked the 7 Remake. I don't know, I don't think I've ever really spoken about it on a YouTube video. I've talked about it a lot on my streams, and I did the full playthrough on stream. And I loved it. I also loved Intergrade. So I'm definitely looking forward to Remake Part 2. We've got Barrett, who is definitely the heaviest of the bunch of the figures right now. Got a nice solid brick of plastic there. Don't really care about these blind boxes themselves. I'll probably honestly end up throwing... I'll probably keep one of these boxes and throw the rest out. Especially because in order to open these, you kind of destroy them. So it takes the point out of it. I mean, I guess I could have opened them from the bottom, but what am I going to do? Hoard these boxes forever? Oops, we got things just flying out of the packages. Alright, we're getting down to, you know, the last few here, so if the blind box secret figure is going to make an appearance, it's going to be soon. We've also got Tifa. So obviously I'd like to see them make a Cait Sith figure. I'd like to see them do Sid. Vincent, I think, is sorely lacking, but obviously it's pretty obvious what they are modeling this set after. They're not putting in characters yet, so hopefully, like, that aren't in the remake. So hopefully when the time comes, Remake Part 2, whatever characters make an appearance in there, we'll see it in the second set. If they decide to come out with a second set. We've got Aerith, who also has some pretty delicate hair. Curious why they didn't put her in a blister package like they did the others. Alright, final 2 boxes. It's going to be one of these. The secret figure, by the way, is, I think people pay like $100 for this on eBay, so we'll see what we get. Hopefully it's not the dupe of Cloud. Okay, here's Sephiroth. So that means the final box is coming down to the secret figure, the chase figure. Alright, here's Sephiroth, who also does not come in a blister package. Okay, the excitement. I can't believe that the chances of the final box being the potential chase figure. That's, what are the chances of that? So, like I said, we're either going to get a second Cloud or the mysterious secret figure. You're probably racing through your mind, what could they do with the secret figure? What could it potentially be? And it's not the secret chase figure. It is a second Cloud. That's okay. I guess I can reveal to you now what the chase figure was. It was Cloud when he goes to Honeybee, when he's dressed in a dress. That is actually the secret chase figure. So we didn't get it, but that's okay, because honestly, if I were to buy these all separately or buy the full set, it would have costed more, way more, than just buying this blind box when it was on sale with free shipping, so I was pretty happy with that. That's going to do it for everything that I got from the Square Enix online store. However, if you guys can't get enough Final Fantasy, I'm going to, see what you guys think about this. I also collect the Final Fantasy trading card game, and I have this here. Some of you that know the Final Fantasy trading card game, or maybe you don't even know that there's a Final Fantasy trading card game, in which case you'd probably like to see what's inside of here. But I also have this, which I got for a great price, and let's say if we can get 777 likes on this video, in Final Fantasy VII style, we'll open this up in a video, and this has 3 packs from the first set of the game, Opus 1 as they refer to it, 3 packs from the second set, 3 packs from the third, and 1 pack from the 10th set, plus a few full art foils in here. Now, if you don't know, Opus 1 is sort of like the base set Pokemon original, like first edition style. Well, not first edition, but Opus 1 is the equivalent of like base Pokemon packs, except like 1,000% cheaper. So it's kind of exciting to see if we can potentially get like a foil Cloud or a foil Sephiroth or something in there. But yeah, I don't want to give Final Fantasy overload on the channel though. So like I said, if you guys want to see this and maybe a couple of other Final Fantasy trading card related things, leave a like and leave a comment. Let me know. And if there seems to be enough interest, we'll do it. So anyway, guys, that's going to do it for the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. And yeah, Final Fantasy, I mean, ever since Final Fantasy VII Remake, I've just been like on a new Final Fantasy sort of hype train, which has got me back into the trading card game, which currently I only collect, but I did also used to play it years ago when it first was coming out. But I can't get enough Final Fantasy. I'm just looking at the giant Chocobo off to the side here. And yeah, I'm excited for what's to come. Final Fantasy 16, Final Fantasy 7 Remake Part 2, Final Fantasy Chocobo Racing 2, whatever. I can't remember the name of what they're calling it. As well as whatever the heck else. Oh, don't forget Stranger of Paradise. That game looks absolutely stupid, and I can't wait to see how bad that game is. So yeah, that's going to do it, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.